How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the G.B.B. Jay once again. I'm joined by Shan. Shans, what up?
What up?
Manchester United win 5-1. And that's a fantastic feeling. Our biggest scoreline, obviously, since Alex Ferguson's last game. And the buzz around the club is a lot more positive than it has been over the last couple of years. Obviously, caretaker manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in and manages against his first team his first Premier League team that he managed, Cardiff. But we get the points, we get the goals, and the vibe is good. Shans, what do you take from that game?
All the positives, the positive play, the positive attitude around the club, like you said, and of course, with Pogba and Jesse Lingard fighting like they were in that game, we have a chance at doing some great things. On Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, dream appointment in terms of the way it's come down, the right person to bring that positivity, because he has bled Manchester United from the day he was signed, and even till now. So that sort of positivity can do volumes. We've seen it work at Chelsea with Di Matteo. He took them to a Champions League spot. So the hangover from Mourinho seems to be bringing a legend of the club, bringing positive vibes, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's exactly what Ole was brought in for. He was probably brought in just to quell all the negativity around the club, because he's such a positive guy. Every time I've seen him speak, he's smiling, he's got a smile on his face, he's talking longingly about the club, he's talking about his time there as a player, he's talking about, obviously, the gaffer, and, now that he's the gaffer, that positivity is obviously spreading through the dressing room. I think the fans feel better with his appointment. I think the players feel better with his appointment. And no doubt the board, obviously having made that decision, know that he's, the complete opposite of what Mourinho was. Mourinho was a divisive figure that, either turned people on or off. The football, the media and everything surrounding him. Whereas Ole comes in and he's just a breath of fresh air, really. He's got a real positive mentality about the game. He's got an attacking mentality about the game. And I think all that we really needed in that caretaker position was someone to do exactly what he's doing. Just bring a bit of positivity and a little bit of light, light-hearted feel about football again. Because, yes, football's not about life and death. So why should every single thing be about doom and gloom and not making signings and all the rest of it? I think all we really needed was someone to bring that positivity back. Because as we know, these players have the quality to do it. You can't tell me that the team that played against Liverpool last week and the team that played against Cardiff now that we've just seen are polar opposites. They can't be. It's all going to come down to the way the players are feeling with the person in charge and the way that they obviously take to the pitch and their mentality, in that time. And I'll tell you right now, for the 48 hours or whatever it's been since he's been at the club, I feel lighter. I feel like there's a weight taken off my shoulders, and undoubtedly the players would feel that way as well. We obviously saw Paul Pogba have a fantastic game. His influence on the game was magnificent. And then players like Jesse Lingard, Martial, Rashford, all getting involved. What more can you ask for? When you're the key players and the players that we know have that quality are on the pitch and they're showing you that quality, it's fantastic to see. Shan, besides the positives, the team that we obviously put out did the job. Do we think we're going to see a lot of rotations in the upcoming game, or do you think he'll stick with it? Even though he said that there will be rotation, do you think there's a need to change any positions in that squad?
We'll be a product of the time period that we're in at the moment. There's a few games that come in quick succession, so we're going to have to use our whole bench in depth as well as we can. And he's the right manager to give everyone opportunities, again, get them playing freely, see where we're at as a club. Because at the moment, we played under Mourinho's system for so long, who's to say which player is in the best position where they are? So I hope to see changes. But yeah, the upcoming fixtures are tough ones. So we'll see what Ollie does.
Yeah. I definitely want to see some of the young boys come in. Pereira, I think, needs to get an opportunity, a bit more time on the run. Delo, obviously, to come in as well. And I think he'll do that. I think he will give us a bit of a rotated starting 11, obviously, for the upcoming game. But, you know, all the signs from this game and obviously looking at this game from a supporter's perspective, if we're scoring 5 goals in a game like this, yes, they're not the biggest opposition and they weren't, they pretty much gave us the time and space that we wanted. But I think we did impose ourselves on the game. Obviously, all our creative players, Martial's goal shows you exactly the one-touch quality that this team has that we haven't seen at all this season. There is that tiki-taka play. We do have it in our locker. It's just giving the players the ability or the confidence to allow them to go and do it. I have no doubt that Mourinho was also wanting us to score goals, and he's definitely not telling players, don't have flair, don't, take a game on. But I don't think when you're being criticized when you win, you criticize when you draw, you criticize when you lose, everything you do is you're criticized for. So I don't think players wanted to, do anything outside of the minimum requirement in order to avoid being criticized. I think the problem for that is they were worried about being criticized by Jose, which they pretty much got criticized anyway. But then the fans and the supporters and the media see these players not giving their all, and that's when they get criticized. Either way. So I think that now with all that pressure being off, Ollie coming in, Mourinho being out, means that the club might have a bit of breathing room and the players might actually start enjoying their football again. Let's obviously hope that is going to be the case. Guys, Shan and I obviously picked our teams. You see the teams popping up at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the scores as well. And you'll see that I picked Shannon just by 1 point. But top right-hand corner, 10-point difference at the moment. We'll see what happens in the next game. Guys, thanks for joining us. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share. Check us out on all our social media platforms. Shans, thanks for joining me on this one. Guys, we'll do a preview for the upcoming game against Huddersfield later this week with a quick turnaround, obviously. And please make sure to join us for that one. Guys, thanks for joining us. Shot.